And we're back. As usual, it's been a week or so since my last filming of anything. We got a little different look going on in the Montana garage tonight. Got Trey's square body in here. We did a little bit of sanding on the lid up there. I can't see what I'm showing you, but should be some bare metal stuff. We're getting ready to hopefully start thinking about trying to paint this thing. He wants it done before school starts, which isn't that far away, so probably won't happen. Don't tell him, but we're gonna try. So where we last left off, the old 57 Chevy here, we took her for a cruise into town and the fuel system let us down. Got some sort of blockage in the tank or something, I think, going on. So since then it's just been sitting. I did try to start it again later that night and it wouldn't fire, but it sounded like it was getting fuel. In other words, the fuel pump sounded normal. And it's the evening of the 4th of July, so you can hear some America sounds in the background. My kids are both gone doing their own thing. My wife's working in the yard, so I figured I might as well dink around in the cars a little bit. Then we'll watch some fireworks and see what's up. But anyways, God bless America, right? So the fuel pump sounded like it was getting fuel, but it didn't start after we drove it home, and it sat for a while. And then I came out like the next day, and you can't really see it now because we've had some rain, but there's kind of like a mark on the gravel, like so, you know, like right in here. This gravel's a little discolored, and I didn't notice it for a few days, but I came walking by here to go to the shop the other day, and it smelled like gas real bad. And this was all dry, but somehow, I don't think all, but definitely a fair amount of gas leaked out of this thing after I parked it. The only thing I did to mess with it that day is pull the hose off of the electric fuel pump, which is right back here in front of the rear wheel. That fitting looks like it's just a hose clamp. Looks like it's on there tight, so I don't know where that fuel came from, but I do know that right now, if I turn the key on, I might as well go ahead and do it, I guess. I think the key's in here. We got the loud clacky, 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 so we're not getting any fuel at the fuel pump. And I believe there's still, say we lost a lot of gas there, but if I knock on the tank, it sounds like there's gas in there. So I guess what I'm gonna do right now is just what I did the other day to just investigate a little bit. I'm gonna take that line off the fuel pump, blow through there, and just see what happens. And then these 57s, I don't think my 55 does, but the 57s have a drain in the tank. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain the tank and see what that looks like. I'll probably end up having to take the tank out just so I can make sure it's good and clean and everything, but if I can drain it and maybe run some stuff through there, change the fuel filters, we might try that first just to see if we can get her to work again. But I'm gonna start by taking that fuel pump hose loose, seeing if I can drink a little bit more gas and just get her to blow free again, or just get an idea what's going on. And then we'll pull the drain plug and see what kind of nastiness comes out of there. Oh, and since it's, you know, it's pretty decent out right now, but it's been raining off and on. Kind of a cool looking sky, big sky country for you. Should be some fireworks showing up in it here pretty soon. But there is kind of still a threat of rain, so that's why the square body's in there with the bare metal. So I'm just gonna crawl on the gravel, throw some cardboard down, and work on this out here for just a little bit before it gets dark. And the other thing I forgot to mention, Sobering Restoration. Go check them out. All right, I don't know what, if anything, you can see right there, because I can't really see nothing because I got the light positioned in the wrong spot. For me, it's right in my eyeballs, but I think maybe it's working for the camera. And of course, that's the wrong size. I brought a couple just in case. There we go. So this is the little clickety-clackety fuel pump. There's another fuel pump up here that I'm going to assume doesn't work because it's just bolted there with the fuel lines cut to it. We'll check that out though. Maybe it does work. So I'm guessing right now that no fuel is going to come out of this. This hose was tight. I don't see any cracks or anything in it, so I don't know where the fuel leak came from. All right, so there we got nothing. A whole lot of nothing coming out of there right now. We'll give her a little blow and see if we can. I think there's still fuel in here. Doesn't sound empty to me, but I'm no expert. Let me look. I don't see no cracks or anything in that hose. I hear a little bit of gurgling, but I didn't hear no bubbles when I blew. Last time I think I heard bubbles when I blew. More gurgling. I got just a little tiny drop of gas that time. I don't know where it came from. There's nothing else. I'm not brave enough to suck on it. I'm just trying to blow any obstructions out of it. That's what I did last time, and eventually we got fuel to come back through there. Oh, drippy, drippy. Anyway, so I think there is still fuel in it. I just kind of wanted to see that. I could blow on it some more, but I don't think it really matters at this point. I'm going to just put this back on there so it doesn't leak, and then we'll pull the plug on the tank. Actually, I want to grab my handy dandy little light and look. This is a little filter, I assume. So that could definitely be plugged up too, but obviously there's no gas getting to this point. It depends on how full the tank is, I guess, whether this thing is going to gravity feed. It should gravity feed, but well, the line's way up here, but I don't know. All right, let's pull the plug on the tank and see what happens. All right, I got a 3/8 inch socket and a couple of drain pans. This is probably the wrong size. Is it bigger than that? It is. Must be 7/16. Hang on, folks. Hey, well, that took 10 times longer than I thought it was gonna. So I was ready to yell at Trey for not putting the 7/16 back, and then I found it in the front seat of his truck where I was using it yesterday. So I guess it's not always Trey's fault. It's usually my fault. See, you're hearing any good fireworks while I was away? Probably can't see much from down there, but you should be able to hear some maybe. All right, see if this is the right size. That fits better. And if it's gonna come out of there, that's another deal. It's probably been in there since 57, who knows? I have no idea how much gas is in here. We just put 5 gallons in. It was full when I got it, and I haven't driven it that much, so it should have gas in it. Let's see what it's gonna look like. Yeah. That just looks like gas. Splashing in my face and my eyeballs, which is awesome. Not really. Not a lot in there. Look, no, who knows? I gotta move. Ah. All right, so in this instance, they could have just not been getting fuel because there wasn't enough in there to. Could have actually just been out of fuel, but it had fuel in it when it was messed up the other day, so you know, we need to blow some stuff out or something, change the filters. I was wondering what kind of gunk was going to come out of here, and this just looks like pretty much clean gas. There's a little bit of crap in it. All right, well, I got that off there. I guess I'm going to leave the plug out, take that hose back off, I don't know, blow some air through the hose back into the tank. Not sure if that's a good idea if I'm just blowing shit back into the tank, but I can't really get this line off of the tank, I don't think. This is a return line here. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. My screen went blank. All right, I'm gonna blow some stuff through there, what the heck, and then we'll pour more gas in it, drain it out, clean or change that little filter, and see what happens from there. Maybe we can avoid taking the tank out. Now the lights are right in the eyeballs. Let's see, what are you guys looking at now? Who knows, right? You're looking the wrong way. Put you back down here. I fall over and scratch my lens. And that's right, these lights, this particular light I have on here makes the footage kind of blinky. All right, can you see this? Looks like it. Was this the right one? Nope. That was this one. All right, somewhere I got some air with me. See if I can blow it in my eyeballs. I want to look and see what's going on, but I don't want to look, you know what I mean? Guess a guy could try safety glasses. They're way in there though. Alright, well, if there was any kind of obstruction, I can actually see the tank like blowing up like a balloon. I mean, not, you know, not like a real full-size balloon, but it's like expanding. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Let's turn you over there. Somewhere in there, I can't see the camera. So we did blow a little fuel out of there the first few times, but can you see the tank expanding? That's kind of crazy. Again, I didn't see any junk come out of it. So we're going to say this line is free. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe I'll pour some more gas in there and then run it through just to be sure. But nothing came out of there. There had to be something blocking it before, because we put five gallons in and it still never, unless that just wasn't enough to get to the pickup. Undercoating. All right, yeah, what do we do next? I'm gonna take this filter off of this side and look at that and blow that out. See about, I think I might actually have one of those things for another little cheap fuel pump I have. And then I don't know, I guess we'll dump a little gas in there, drain it out for a second just to make sure it looks clear, then plug her back up and give her a whirl again, I guess. I sure wish I was in the shop doing this. All right, so this is the little filter, the inline filter that just came with that little pump. And when I took it off, a whole bunch of crap fell out of it. I tried to stop tipping it over so I could get it on camera and see. So let's go inside here. So this, whatever's in my hand, was in there. All that shit was in the filter. So we definitely had some crap in the tank. Now, is it still in there? Is it out of there? Guess just rust flakes, I guess. I don't know what it is. But I think, well, this was probably an obstruction, but also gas wasn't coming out of the tank into the line when I was blowing on it at the store there the other day. So something was plugged up in there too. I have another one of those little tiny clickety-clackety fuel pumps that I just use for sucking a bunch of fuel out of something. Same thing, only different. What did we do? I think we used, my wife put gas in my diesel pickup one time and I had to suck all the gas out of it with that. So I think it came with one of them little filters too, but obviously I didn't put it in there with all that stuff, so who knows where it is. Well, I can't find it, of course, this other little filter. It's in here somewhere, but it's, you know, dark and I'm working outside. So I think for tonight, that'll probably be all I'm going to dink around on this. I might come in here and do something that's a little tight, but we'll think of something that needs to be done. And we'll sit out here and enjoy some fireworks. But for now, I'm going to just put this back together for tonight so nothing gets in there. We'll start over fresh in the morning with either a new filter if anything's open tomorrow, being the 5th of July, and you know it's kind of a holiday because the 4th is on Sunday. Hopefully something's open. If not, I blew this out real good. We'll throw it back on there. We'll run some more stuff through the tank, cross our fingers, and hope that gets us back on the road for a little while. You guys can enjoy some fireworks while I finish putting this back together. It doesn't look as dark on there as it does out here, but they're starting to have the little bloomers up in the air, or whatever you want to call them. I'll be under the car. Probably not a good night to have an open container of gasoline on it laying underneath my car. Better get that out of it. This is a little deceiving because a couple pieces of under coating fell in there, so that black stuff is undercoating, but there is a little bit probably of like the gravelly stuff that was in the fuel filter in this, so there's definitely a little bit of crap in that tank. Like I said, I think we're just gonna try to run some gas through it a couple times, get as much of this stuff out as we can, and hope for the best. Alright, that's enough, even though the good stuff is probably still coming. It's just now getting darker. Good night, happy 4th. See you tomorrow.